Did you know that African rulers once controlled Egypt? Africa's history is rich, complex, and often overlooked. Today, we are embarking on a journey through 5,000 years, visualizing the rise and fall of empires, the spread of cultures, and the enduring legacy of this incredible continent. Our timeline begins in ancient Egypt, around 3100 BC. Upper and Lower Egypt were unified under Nama, also known as Menes. This marked the dawn of Egypt's early dynastic period, with Tanis and later Memphis emerging as vital political centers. The Old Kingdom, from about 2686 to 2181 BC, is known as the Age of the Pyramids. Pharaohs like Djoser, Snefru, Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure oversaw the construction of these monumental tombs. Djoser's Step Pyramid at Saqqara, dated between 2667 and 2648 BC, stands as a testament to this era. Around 2055 BC, the Middle Kingdom began, reunifying Egypt after a period of instability. The 12th dynasty saw significant expansion into Nubia. Then, around 1550 BC, the New Kingdom emerged after expelling the Hyksos, ushering in Egypt's imperial phase. The 18th to 20th dynasties saw the reigns of influential pharaohs such as Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, Thutmose III, a great military leader, Akhenaten, known for his religious reforms, Tutankhamun, whose tomb captivated the world, and Ramesses II, a prolific builder and warrior. From about 1070 BC onward, Egypt experienced cycles of fragmentation and foreign rule, including periods under Libyan, Nubian, Assyrian, Persian, Greek, and Roman control. Moving south, we encounter the Kingdom of Khmer in Nubia, flourishing from around 2500 BC. Khmer was a sophisticated kingdom with impressive architecture and extensive trade networks. From 744 to 656 BC, the Kushite 25th dynasty ruled Egypt. Kings like Pi, Shaboka, Shebitku, Tahaka, and Tantimoni controlled the Egyptian throne, demonstrating African rule from the south. From the 1st century BC to the 4th century CE, the Meroitic period saw the capital shift to Meroe, a center of iron production and distinctive script that remains not fully deciphered. In North Africa, Carthage, founded by Phoenician settlers around 814 BC, rose to become a major Mediterranean power. Its rivalry with Rome led to the Punic Wars from 264 to 146 BC, culminating in Carthage's destruction in 146 BC. Further east, the kingdom of Aksum in present-day Eritrea and northern Ethiopia emerged as a Red Sea power from roughly the 1st to 7th century CE. King Ezona converted the kingdom to Christianity in the 4th century CE. Aksum established its own coinage and engaged in long-distance trade. The Bantu expansions, spanning from about 1000 BC to 1500 CE, saw Bantu-speaking populations spread across much of Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa, spreading ironworking, agriculture, and Bantu languages. Turning our attention to West Africa, the Ghana Empire flourished from about the 6th to 13th century CE. Centered in the Western Sahel, it controlled the trade in gold and salt. Arab chroniclers like al-Bukhari documented this powerful kingdom. In the early 13th century, Sundiata Keita founded the Mali Empire after his victory at the Battle of Karina in 1235 CE. The empire reached its peak under Mansour Musa, whose pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324-1325 became legendary. Niamey, Timbuktu, Gao, and Jen became major centers of learning and commerce. The Songhai Empire rose in the 15th century, with Sunni Ali expanding its territory. Askia Muhammad I reorganized the state and promoted Islam and administration, but the empire fell to Moroccan forces at the Battle of Tondiba in 1591. In southern Africa, Great Zimbabwe flourished from roughly the 11th to 15th century CE. This stone-built city, associated with the Shona people, was a center of gold and cattle wealth and regional trade. In Central Africa, the Kingdom of Congo was founded around the late 14th century. Centered in modern Angola, DRC, and Republic of Congo, it had early contact with Portugal in the 1480s. King Nzinga Nkuwu converted to Christianity in 1491, and his son Afonso I ruled in the 16th century. In present-day southern Nigeria, the Benin Kingdom, associated with the Edo people, became famous for its Benin bronzes and advanced court art. Major expansion occurred under rulers like Uwe the Great in the 15th century. The Hausa city-states, including Kano, Katsina, Zaria, and Gobe, were important urban commercial centers in present-day northern Nigeria and Niger, facilitating trade between the Sahara and forest zones. Ethiopia, one of the world's oldest continuous states, developed as a Christian kingdom in late antiquity. Under the Solomonic dynasty, Ethiopian rulers linked themselves to the biblical line of Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The Battle of Odwa in 1896 became a symbol of anti-colonial resistance. The late 15th century marked the beginning of intensified European contact. Bartholomew Dias rounded the Cape in 1488, and Vasco da Gama reached the East African coast and India in 1498. European maritime contact accelerated coastal trade and later conquest. In 1652, Jan van Riebeeck of the Dutch East India Company established the Cape Colony, laying the groundwork for later colonial expansion in southern Africa. Britain seized the Cape Colony from the Dutch in 1795 and again in 1806. Britain abolished the transatlantic slave trade in 1807, although enslavement itself was not fully abolished throughout the empire until 1833. The Berlin Conference in 1884–1885 formalized European colonial claims in Africa, accelerating the scramble for Africa. From 1881 to 1914, most of the African continent was colonized by European powers. In 1896, Ethiopia defeated Italy at the Battle of Odwa, preserving its sovereignty under Emperor Menelik II and Empress Tetu Batu. The Second Boer War from 1899 to 1902 resulted in British dominance over South African territories. This timeline is just a glimpse into the vast and complex history of Africa. From the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Nubia to the powerful empires of Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, and the resistance against European colonialism, Africa's story is one of innovation, resilience, and enduring cultural richness.